My neighbor deliberately sprayed pesticides into my food on my grill while I was cooking on it. Long story short, my neighbor who does not like me deliberately came out and started spraying chemicals used to kill bugs directly at my grill while I was cooking food. She did this 2 times in a row. The police say that it is a neighborly disagreement and ask her not to spray her chemicals near my grill while I'm cooking. The full story is below. My question is, can I take any sort of legal action against her? And if so, what kind of attorney would I need? I went outside and put my food on the grill and let it sit for about 7 minutes as I went back inside. When I came back out to turn the food, I opened the grill and was uncomfortable with the flames from some grease burning on the bottom, so I bent down to shut off the gas and heard my neighbor's back door slam, and I heard someone running down the stairs. I thought it was unusual but just made a mental note and did not look because I avoid them as they are typically openly aggressive toward my family and anyone else we have at our property. I began blowing out the flames now that the grill was turned off. I stood there for a few minutes blowing out the small flames on the bottom. I say this because I was inhaling heavily to do this and now I'm upset about that. I decided to remove the steaks and leave the corn on to keep warm, and so I did that and closed the grill. When I closed the grill, I was face to face with my neighbor who was spraying pesticides called 7 directly at the back side of my grill, roughly 2 feet from my face. I was shocked, but it took me a few seconds to process, and as I was walking back into my house I was putting together in my mind what she was doing. I waited inside a few minutes to see if she would finish spraying her trees. Maybe 3 minutes later I looked out the window and realized she was gone. I immediately went back outside to remove the corn from the grill, and as I did this she came back outside in the same fashion. Slamming her door and actually running down the steps. I could hear her feet on the steps. She began spraying directly behind the grill again. At this point I confronted her and asked what she was doing, and I asked her if she understood that she was spraying chemicals into my food. I began filming on my phone at this point. She states on the video that I should move my grill. I lost my temper and began telling her what I thought of her. I yelled at her for about a minute, and all the while she continued to spray chemicals at the grill, pretending to be spraying her trees. She clearly understood that she was spraying toxic and highly flammable chemicals at the grill while I was cooking food for my family. I informed her that I was going to call the police. I said loudly, "You tried to poison my family." She answered back, "You got that right." I asked her, "What did you just say?" And she said, "I told you to go ahead and call the police." And I said, "No," I said, "You tried to poison my family, and you said, you got that right." She laughed and shook her head, and I went inside to call the police. I had to throw away nearly $80 worth of food because of this and ordered takeout for my family. The grill, $1,200 retail, is not usable. Weber Grill Company says I can use their cleaners to clean it, but it has to be boiling water and their special cleaner. The grill could have exploded. I could have served that food to my family and poisoned them. There are so many terrible scenarios that could have happened. Thank you very much for your advice.